Testing, mic check. Cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns, cinnamon buns. Hello, hello, friendos. My name is Nez, and once again, we are back at it again for some more Arknights, because today we'll be continuing our story read-through of INUDI HAREK Horakhet. Adventure that cannot wait for the sun. I was considering playing Pepe's music video for the intro, but then I realized, even though the story has already gotten me to soften on Pepe, I still think the video is cringe. You will never catch me playing that video for an intro anytime soon. But anyway, today we're once again back to continue our story reading because last time we had a bit of connection issues. We dropped like for 10 minutes, and then when I decided we should probably continue this sometime else when we don't have connection issues. Even since yesterday, I've still been having internet connection issues. But today, just woke up like a few hours ago. Doesn't seem like the connection issues have lasted to the day, so it seems cool. It seems fine. I want to try to push a few more chapters today, considering I'm actually kind of invested in the story at the moment. But first, we gotta do a little housekeeping. Basically, our free poll. That's the only thing that we have left. Are we gonna grab Pepe or Narantuya? Nope. No damage to our account yet. Okay, so there is that. I haven't actually been doing much in the past few days, aside from playing, waiting for the announcements of the next Magic the Gathering set. Card games on motorbikes in my card game? Can't be. I'm really excited about Ether Drift, especially about Loot. I might not play in Loot's colors, but I love Loot as a character simply because he makes magic boomers really mad and gives them a lot of mental damage. So there is that. Sometimes I feel like playing Magic the Gathering makes me want to video game myself. Some games in Brawl just make me so mad. Like, why live? It's made me more mad than any random bullshit go in Hearthstone. And I play a lot of Hearthstone over the years. Magic does something to you. It's like, oh my god, why does this exist? But anyway, that's my Magic tangent. So, we are continuing our story read-through recap of everything that happened last time. We got introduced to the setting where we got sorry, I burped. We got introduced to all the major characters. I'm pleasantly surprised that the world building of this event is not as bad as the optics of this event lets on. Let's be real, the optics of this event is very bad. It's super cringe and orientalist, but the actual writing and world building of this event, typical Arknights affair. No notes, it's fine. Just when I completely trust the writers of this game, I do not have the same amount of trust for the business people that run this game and how they decide what is marketable to certain demographics. That's a different tangent. We're not getting into that today because I actually have good vibes about the event now. More or less, the story. I have good vibes about the story. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. I only have good vibes about the story. Well, the gameplay is okay. The gameplay is okay. It's typical Arknights gameplay. The marketing of this event is still abysmal. But anyway, recap of everything that happened last time. We got introduced to Pepe, who is one of the daughters of a Padisha, and Narantuya, who is apparently on a mission to kidnap Pepe for ransom. Meanwhile, Pepe wants to look for some ancient treasure, put her magic crystal thing into a mummy at Papyrus's museum, and then it came alive. Also, best cat girl, Titi, got introduced. Why she wasn't the featured main characters of this event, I don't know. We had to highlight another Nami character, I guess. Eventually, I hope she comes She becomes playable soon. Please, Hypergriff, for fuck's sake. And the mummy came alive. Everyone freaked out. We're still currently in the museum. Naruto is still trying to kidnap Pepe, and that's where we left off. Meanwhile, Pepe made friends with our mummy, who's just a silly little guy. That's where we're at right now. So, let's continue with the story. Is there a story for tutorial? Nope. Okay. Here we go. Before AS-2. Also, we got introduced to a Minoan woman. We got a woman from Minos who's come to the area. Wanted to see the Minoan exhibit at Papyrus's museum, but was really angered by the fact that they didn't treat Minoan history and the artifacts that they plundered from Minos with the same respect as Sargonian artifacts. I'm loving the whole sub-theme we're going into with this event about the importance of history, how history forms and changes our cultures, how plundered cultures are affected, and how their histories change. There's a lot of things going on in here. I really hope that they get more into the Minoan woman. But we're back at least to the A plot of what the hell is going on with this mummy. I still think that they're the flood god, or Fahrenheit, or both. There's some sort of important thing. Every single event that we've had so far has either involved a Fahrenheit or the Void. It's a coin flip which one this mummy actually is. Is it a demon or is it a Fahrenheit? Or is it a secret third thing? Look at the level of detail. This guy could even imitate expressions and mouth movements. Let me see inside your mouth. Opens mouth. I can see structures resembling vocal cords, so why haven't you said a single thing? Speech is just movement of the vocal cords and associated muscles. You should be able to emulate it. Pepe approaches the mummy and places her hand on its throat. The mummy follows her movement, placing its hand on Pepe's throat. You know. Pepe draws her hand back, covering her mouth in amazement. Wonder in her eyes. So you can speak. Inconceivable. The artificers of the Shah's time were amazing. Now squeeze the mummy. Squeeze until you hear a crack. If we try to squeeze the mummy, the mummy will squeeze back and probably try to kill Pepe. Also, hello, Eggy. Right. I once read about that in artifacts of the old calendar era. There were those who could seal a consciousness in gems by etching originium circuits on it and then place it inside a body of gold, allowing it to survive for millennia without decay. Okay, convenient explanation to why the mummy came alive. It's not actually the mummy. It's the soul inside the gem that Pepe put into the mummy. Interesting. Lost Zayidan technologies. The Shahansha will be very interested. Zayidan. That's a new term we've not heard before. Guess what came in two separate free pulls? Narantuya? Pepe? Or Spook? It's a Metabot, basically, actually. Wow. It's a Metabot. Kinda self-reported on our age by knowing what Metabots are. It's Metabee! It's Rakusho! The trove must be somewhere deep inside your memories. Just copying me isn't enough, you need to tell me where it is. Let me see. First, the heart. At its first beat, we came to be. Second, the lungs. At the first breath, we come to feel. Third, the bowels. We fill them with food, cultivate our tongues, and develop our own likings. Fourth, the liver. We go into the night awake and alert for duty and obligation. Fifth. What came fifth? Verse ends there. Looks like the Arsalan researcher never found the answer. Arsalan researcher. But you'll help me find it, won't you? Also, forgot. Let's raise the volume a bit. 35. There we go. She stretches out her hand and places her fingers on the mummy's throat. Yes, Hanim Effendi. Yes, Hanim Effendi. Stop copying me. Stop copying me. She moves her hand from the mummy's throat to his hand and shakes it firmly. The mummy shakes her hand back. It is a silly little guy. I'll take that as a yes to our cooperation. He did not consent to this. Who is in the soul crystal? I guess that's a big mystery that we have to solve. Also, Narantu is here to kidnap Pepe for ransom. I'm here, Ajazi. Why aren't you at the door? Where are you? What? What do you mean you don't know where you are? How am I supposed to go in without a pass? Why is this office door built like a bloody vault? We don't have time. The evacuation's almost done. Ajazi, is the hall window next to the curator's office window? Yes, I know it's high. I'll be careful. Can't go in through the door? Let's go in through the window. Also, are we back with the Minoan woman? Yes, we are. Aspasia! Please be quiet in the museum. Disorder is the enemy reason. Oh yeah, that's right. Last time we left off with her, a bunch of people were trying to find their way out of the museum. While she was in the Minoan area, they stumbled in. They asked her if she was museum staff, and she was like, "Ah, yes, I am museum staff." Because she was covering that she was trying to steal the artifacts back to take back to Minos. Do not push. The statues and murals displayed here are not protected by glass cases and can easily be... As I said, this statue is almost damaged. We don't want to see that happen, of course. History may lie in the past, but that doesn't mean it's not of our concern. What we almost broke might be the joy of those who conquered the peaks centuries ago, or their mirth as they raised their goblets to one another. Oh, how enlightening and professional. But are you sure you need to keep carrying that statue along with everything else you're carrying right now? Don't mind us. We're just taking care of the statue. Yes, I'm bringing it all back to where it belongs. You sure take your work seriously even when the museum is about to close. Close? They announced about an emergency. Haven't you heard? Gave us a fright. Oh, that bumbling woman who was guiding us couldn't tell left from right. I mean, literally. I do agree that certain affairs at this museum leave much to be desired. T? She brought us to this dump, then disappeared without a trace. I must dissent. This is no dump, it is Minoan. Oh, you have no idea how scared we were when we realized we were lost. We'll be trapped in here with all these ghosts if we don't get out in time. Look at that armor, that altar for a live sacrifice. Yeah, that's why I never liked museums. Aspasia catches the tourist before his head hits the floor. Statue, clay jar, and goblet litter the floor, alongside the cannons that the Iberians used to carve open Bolivarian trade. My dear, are you alright? Fainted from a panic attack, I suppose. I have some smelling salts here that could bring him back to his senses, but I advise you get him examined thoroughly later. Aspasia deftly crushes the cotton-wrapped glass tube and places a wet cotton swab in front of the tourist's nose. As the tourist comes to his senses, she lifts him up and calmly carries him to the front of the line. An emergency, you say? Oh, you have such strong arms. Follow me, ladies and gentlemen. I will protect you if anything happens. Wow! Well, we have a whole B-plot right over there going on. We got Titi and Mio. No more running around like this, alright? I remember you, you're Lazvar's pet. Hey, no scratching, I just rescued you from the crowd. The least you could do is let me hug you for a moment or two. Aw, you are so soft and fluffy. Where did Lazvar get you? I wanted one like you, but he couldn't tell me what breed you were. Interesting. Interesting! Are you a beast lord? You have weird ass eyes. This is a beast lord, isn't it? Also, we encountered Mio in the gameplay. It was a boss. I didn't know why I found you so fascinating until I realized that you look like one of those cloud beast statues from the Age of Shadow. Say, since the staff are helping the visitors evacuate and I can't have you running around the place, I'll take you into my workshop and show you the statue that's being restored. They're just hanging out. Medietiketi. 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 Okay. Just repeating it a few times so we don't fumble over it over the next few streams. Descend several flights of stairs, arriving at the conservation lab. The air in the room is kept. Medied? Just say Medied? There's also calling her Titi. But in my language, that means penis. The air in the room is kept cold and dry to protect its contents. A single incandescent lamp illuminates the spacious room. Her exhales quickly turn to white fog. The underground floor is dead quiet. To the restoration staff being mobilized to help with the evacuation, she sniffs and feels her heart race. No worries, little guy. Here's my table. Oh, surprise! Some resin-like gold-colored substance remains on the table. Leftovers from Titi's work repairing artifacts with Originium arts. But the Cloud Beast statue on the table is nowhere to be seen. Wait a minute. 2 plus 2 is 4. Wait a minute, is Mio the statue? I didn't see any cloud beasts. A shadow flitted across your forehead just now. An ill omen. I fear you will meet with some misfortune soon. So where's the statue? Or is it actually just Mio? What are you? Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. It is Mio. Did you come back to life like that old mummy? Hey, I didn't fix you so you could run around like a nuts research subject. And most certainly not to bring misfortune upon myself. Did I hear someone Wait, it's a janitor. Did I hear someone scream? What happened? Oh, Medietiketi, Hanim Effendi, what are you doing here? I thought you wouldn't be coming back for a while, with the museum being closed for the day, so I put away the artifacts under restoration. 2 plus 2 is not 4? It's not Mio? Oh. Never mind, I'm in the mood to put in some overtime today. You can go. Is that a misdirection? It's gonna be like, oh, maybe Mio's not the statue. There's an alibi for the statue, by the way. Museum security. What? No sign of the visitors evacuating the southeast wing. Isaiah was supposed to bring them out. I have to lock the gates. The vice curator gave the emergency shutdown personally. I don't even want to think about how bad it must be. Did anyone look inside? Yeah, but they didn't see anyone. Where did Isaiah take them? They're stuck with the Minoan woman! They're with Aspasia! Aspasia? Why are you quiet all of a sudden? Listen. To what? The wind. A procession of a dozen people walks out of the gate into the sun. They followed her leader, a woman carrying herself in a serene, dignified manner in an orderly fashion. She holds a pale-looking tourist on her shoulder, paying no heed to the wind brushing at her garment and caressing her hair, as though a statue that has stood for many years has come to life. I feel like I've seen this scene before. I know, I've seen that statue plenty of times. There's a statue in that pose. Anyway, thank goodness, now I can lock the gates. Oh, thank you so much. Here's my card. My family runs a gem business and you will get the VIP treatment if you ever choose to visit. Come visit us in Yan and let me introduce you to my son. Rather handsome young man, if I do say so myself. My sister also has a daughter who just started working at the Tianchi bureaus. She's single too, if that's your preference. Okay. That's the second time this event... Wait, no. The third time. That's the third time this event that we've offered up women to Aspasia. Hypergriff? Aspasia? I know what you are. That... Okay, dog? Thank you, but there is no need. I simply did what I must. Aspasia turns around with a start. The roll-up door is being pulled down and security guards set up a sign that says close in front of it. Where's my goblet? My clay jar and statue? Well, she escorted the tourists outside, but she didn't get to steal the artifacts, and the gates closed behind her. Ah, we're back to this guy! Where did Nana go? It's getting late. She's not at the guava and berry shop or the enamel and porcelain shop. Not even her favorite Celestine laminated pipes. What a waste of time. I tell you, that cloud beast must have been eaten by that rampaging zombie at the museum. Oh no, how horrible. It's just a pet. I'll buy you another. In fact, I'll buy you anything you want. Look at Moneybags over here. Still has a lot of money after getting robbed by Narantuya. Never mind the gems. I'll buy you in the entire gem trading post. Mysterious animal. We got another dog. This one looking like an Anubis looking thing. Is this another beast lord? Is that a yes? No, look at your feet. Glares. Ha! Lasvar's cur. What are you looking at? He keeps pets? Aloof citizen. Oh, hello there, Lasvar. I didn't see you. Good timing. Let's do some business. My girl is very interested in this gem trading post. Wait, I never said that. I have a mobile platform in East Sargon that includes extensive origin refineries, dye factories, food processing plants. I'll throw some gold and jewels on top of it. That should get the deal done, shouldn't it? No thank you. I'm not interested. The weight of this trading post is too much for you to understand. Wait. If nothing else, you've inherited your grandfather's arrogance. A word of advice, either keep a few fierce manglers to intimidate people like he did, or have your little cloud beast greet VIPs like me. At least it knows when to grovel. Ouch! You bit me! Get him! Sick him, boy! No! Stay away! Help! Rip Bozo. That will do, Wolf. Oh, come on, dog. You named him Wolf? Okay, maybe Lasvar is also a silly little guy. He's gone. You want me to bet you? Let's see here. Next happily. A foul beast flies over and perches on the shoulder of the young trading post overseer's shoulder. Okay, so you got 3 pets. You got a bird, you got a dog, you got the weird cat thing. He's getting increasingly active. I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing him as I am. Mio doesn't often go out alone like this. Maybe the man was right. I should have my cloud beast greet important guests. Could Mio really bring him over? Okay. No more drama with the evacuation and the mummy. We're just chilling out. And here comes the chill music. Also, Papyrus is gonna wake up and the mummy's gonna be here, and then she's gonna faint again. Not? You're awake! My head hurts. Yeah, we kinda dropped her on her head. You hit your head when you fainted. Yeah, that's probably why. It's not just my head. I'm aching all over. Why is there a bruise on my shoulder? And my knee? Oh. Ah, get away from me! Calm down, Anat, calm down. How am I supposed to calm down when the corpse just came back to life? It touched my ears, didn't it? Do I still have my ears? It's just copying other people's movements. It doesn't mean any harm to you or anyone else. Just treat it as a piece of moving furniture. Why do you seem so comfortable with this, Pepe? Don't look at me like that, please. What did you do? Papyrus is best, girl? To each his own, I guess. Yesterday, I placed a gem that I dug up into his chest. The Originium circuit engraved into the gem woke it up. Yesterday, you wouldn't loan me an important words are hard. Archaeological discovery like this. The Varyavandabad Museum holds respect for the Shahanshah. Not even a Shahzada like me could pull rank here. So I had to sneak in. There's a reason I didn't want to lend it to you, Pepe. Oh, what is it? If you're worried about co-authorship, I'm cool. It's not that. Investment, sponsorship, I'll renovate your entire museum if you want. Okay, just pulling out the Nepo baby funds. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't understand why you're so obsessed with becoming the historian of Sharagade. You could still carry on your research if you agree to inherit the title of Padisha from your father. But once you become a historian and enter the City of Gold, you will never be allowed to leave. You know that. All that you learned in school, all the training you underwent to hunt ruins in the desert, all that you've seen on your journeys, all that will become useless if you're the Shahanshah's historian. Are you simply not happy with the fact that your brother was chosen? That's a lot of unnatural dialogue for exposition, but I'll take it. My dream of becoming the court historian isn't some whim. It's a dream of everyone in my family. We grew up dreaming about inheriting the golden reed pen from our elders. They tell you that whoever holds the pen carries great responsibility to record all that happened for posterity. You're writing the truth of your time, the most complete truth that can be known, which needs no conjecture or investigation and can never be buried by sand and earth. I don't know about that, dog. One historian's word about history is not as concrete as you think. This is what I've always wanted to do. Or one historian family's word. I want to tell Sargon's history. I want the glory of the Shah to shine forever by my hand and to inspire everyone who reads it. The words coming out of her mouth is, on its face, inspirational, but all I hear is like, I want to keep up the agitprop. I want to keep up the agitated propaganda about our great history. Okay. Sure. Thousands of years later, someone I will never meet will pick up these pages and feel a connection to me and the Shah, linking the three of us. Don't you think that's really romantic or not? I should have known that you wouldn't give up so easily. Shouldn't you and Titi have gotten used to my stubbornness by now? Yeah, the glorious Shah. She wants to keep up the glorious image of Sargon's beautiful and romantic history. Absolutely no plundering of foreign lands whatsoever. Minos. Also, hello, Spiffy. Sargon did nothing wrong, according to historians. Which is why the framing of this event is so interesting, because we have Sargon, who has a reverse framing of the whole Instead of Sargon being an analog of Africa, the Middle East getting plundered by foreign nations, it's the reverse. Sargon is the great power that plundered the neighboring nations, also Minos, which is why we have Aspasia here as our Minoan character to add a different angle to this whole, hey, maybe some histories written by the victors and plunderers should be questioned a little bit, a wee little bit. That's why we have Aspasia here. That's her role in the story. Farewell. On behalf of the museum, I approve the loan of the artifact, plus another gem. It was gifted to the museum by a private collector many years ago. We discovered that it was connected to the mummy, but we have no idea how to use it. There's a gem at this museum too? Oh great, there's another soul gem. Who's gonna be inside this one? Are we gonna have a second body for it? That's not the point. The point is I'm allowing you to access it. You're going to hand it to me over so easily? I never said anything about easy. Co-authorship, investment, sponsorship, plus naming rights fees for the new exhibition hall. If anything, at least Papyrus is a hustling businesswoman. You remember how Nami said Pepe's main trait was being a fool, which checks out considering her status? I didn't know anything about Pepe outside of reclamation algorithms, so that's news to me. Wow. Seems like I was right on the money. Absolutely, with pleasure. Pepe. Yes? Things don't always turn out the way we expect them to. I hope you understand this before you start your investigation. Anat opens the drawer and takes out a wrapped package. She unwraps it to reveal a pyramid-shaped gem identical to the one that was placed in the mummy's chest. Ooh, no new soul gem. What does it taste though? Every time they bring out a gem, I'm like, what does it taste like though? It looks tasty. Kind of like an FF14 ASEAN gem. Pepe takes the gem, holding back the urge to cry out in joy. Okay. What happens if we place a second gem inside the mummy? Whose soul is gonna take over? The first or the second? Second, the lungs. At first breath, we come to feel. Here, think. Don't let me down. Pepe reaches into the mummy's chest cavity. The gem is absorbed by a blue light inside as soon as it approaches. Guardian sealed in the sand, I hereby return to you the memories lost to time. So is it a set of gems carrying one single soul? Because now there are two gems inside of this mummy. Show the path to the Shah's trove, traveler from the past. It stopped moving after I put in the second gem. Did you expect something different? Eek! That wasn't me. Who's screaming? It was Titi's voice. Is something happening? I'll investigate. Keep an eye on the exhibit. What's scared Titi? He's with me, alright. Why didn't you tell me you were just an ordinary cloud beast? You sure about that? I still feel like the whole janitor situation was a misdirection. I still think this is the statue that she was talking about. Probably a beast lord. It's got some weird ass eyes. What kind of cat has eyes like this? Well, I guess ordinary cloud beasts don't understand human speech. Looks like all the visitors have been evacuated. It's safe for us to go out now. Do you think you could find your way back to Lasvar if I put you down outside? Hey, stop hitting me! I'm carrying you so you don't have to walk yourself. That's right. Aw, such nice fur. Come, I'll introduce you to our little friends of yours. Egyptian cats. Doesn't seem like a hairless cat. Seems like it has hair. Look at the imagery of this powder box. This cloud beast is depicted in equal prominence to a high official. I restored this, by the way. And here, this mural is a rare treasure that came from Sharagade, the city of gold. They're setting up Sharagade. I wonder if that's going to be the sequel to this event. In order to accurately restore it, I looked through every book I could find on the Golden City, and even interviewed people who have been there. City of Gold in Sargon. So, we already know Sargon's like a mixture of both South American and African and Middle Eastern regions. So I'm guessing this is Arknights' version of El Dorado in Sargon. Interesting. But where is it going to be? In the desert? Or is it going to be in the rainforest with Gavial and the others? Wait, does that make me sound like I'm after the secrets of Sharagade? Shouldn't think too much about it, you're just a cloud beast and there's no one else in the museum. It's not like what I just said would get me in trouble. Foreshadowing is a narrative device. Suddenly, she hears a faint sound of cracking. What? Are the statues gonna come to life? Wait. Don't tell me. No! Why did the glass pick now to crack? I'm dead if Anat finds out. And Yeti Ketty runs towards the display stand and is shocked by the sight of broken glass littering the floor. No! This is some night in the museum type of bullshit! The exhibits! They're coming to life. Display cases use specially tempered glass. In the controlled environment of the museum, an accident like this should not have been possible. She looks up to check on the exhibit but finds the case empty under the pale light. She feels a cold, sharp object pressing against her back as she attempts to examine the broken glass. Uh-oh. If this is some kind of joke, you can stop. I'm too busy for this. It's a zombie. Playing dumb. Which department are you from? I'm going to dock your pay if you don't start talking. And Yeti Ketty feels the object press against her back move away. She sighs her relief and turns around. One of the interns. Oh, you've got some nerve playing practical jokes on a vice curator. I'll let you off easy this time. That's just a Pokemon. Is that an unknown? Is that an unknown? You... How did you get out of your case? Okay, they went with the silly music for that one. It's not that big of a threat. We got the silly music playing. Why haven't I heard anything else after that scream? Anat hasn't come back yet. Well, I'll just look around. Anat never changes, does she? She's acting curator, yet her office still looks bare and sparse. Wow, male living conditions. She had so many books back in the dorm, why aren't there any here? She must be hiding them somewhere. I knew it! A hidden bookshelf in the wall! Wait, what? My bookshelf at home is due for renovation. I should ask her to introduce me to the designer. Let's see what you have here. A study on tribal religion in the Southwest. Review of unearthed riverside jewelry. Terra, That's the lore book. That's a fucking untranslated lore book that they still have not localized for global consumption. Yo, Star, where the fuck is our translated lore book? I've been waiting for that for so long. Terra, A Journey by Dr. E. Erickson? Name sounds familiar. That's a Victorian scholar who came to speak at the college, isn't it? Lots of labels. That's a typo. Lots of labels in here. I didn't know Anat liked books so much. Let's check the section on Sargonian history. She's in the office! I forgot! She went through the window. Oh, she was hiding. Wait, she was just hiding outside by the window all this time? Was she listening in on the mummy conversation? Finally, she's gone. This room sure is luxurious. That gold thread woven into the cushions on the sofa. That's the mummy from the poster. They put it right here in the room. I'll never understand the tastes of rich people. Oh yeah, she doesn't know. She wasn't there when the mummy came to life. She doesn't know. She lacks critical information, Pepe laugh. There she is. Good. Completely distracted. With apologies. Let me guess. She's gonna walk behind Pepe. She's gonna grab her. But then the mummy's gonna mimic her. Is gonna mimic her movements and grab Narantuya. Narantuya walks up softly and reaches into her pocket, taking out the syringe that she kept hidden within. Oh no, we're gonna drug Pepe. She spent countless days and nights training even when blisters formed on her feet, in order to be able to walk across a sand dune without leaving any footprints. She knows how to sand walk! Lisan al-Gaib! She knows how to sand walk! Lisan al-Gaib! Now she can walk through a crowded market, bells hanging from her neck without making a single sound. Apadisha's daughter stands before her, all alone. When Narantuya raises the syringe, however, a hand suddenly grabs hers and immobilizes it in midair. What? A hidden bodyguard? You. Whoa! Oh, it's sentient now. I think the mummy stopped being a silly little guy. She wouldn't get blisters on her feet if she had hooves. Narantuya cannot speak. The mummy laying on the sofa has appeared behind her, grabbing her hand with a steely grip. Her struggles are futile, and all she could do is watch in terror as the needle approaches her own neck. Oh my god! On the other hand of the mummy is clasped around her mouth, not letting go until the entire contents of the syringe have been injected in Narantuya's veins. Okay, the silliness is gone. As her consciousness gradually fades, she feels the hand lift her by the collar and hold her outside the window. One last thought flashes through her mind as she feels her feet dangling in the air. If only she had more competent subordinates. An insect lurking in the dark. Just casually dropping her out of the window. Oh. You didn't know any better? You think this scene belonged to a different site? What? What's that sound? You're moving again. My mind is no longer clouded. There is clarity. I must communicate my cognition through language. Okay, maybe there's still a silly little guy. Look, man, Narantuya brought it on herself. She was trying to kidnap and drug Pepe. Maybe she deserved it. Although maybe she didn't deserve getting dropped out of a second-story window. Wait, how many stories are we up? Are you alive? My life has long passed. What you see is simply a well-preserved vessel. Who are you? In times of prosperity, I was His Majesty, Lugal Zargus, Shahanshah's personal guard, defending from the fires of battle. Okay, a personal guard of one of the old Shahanshahs. In times of decline, I willingly forsook the sweet release of death for the eternal torment of time, defending His Majesty's trove from invaders, safeguarding the Shahanshah's vow, and awaiting the return of the Shahanshah. Okay, so it's a guardian of the tomb. Which tomb, though? The tomb that Pepe's looking for? How should I call you? My name is Zubayi Damu, Yanur Ayuz Suiz. You may call me Zubair. Zubair? Zubayir. Let's go with Zubayir. Mother, what is that lady doing sitting by the pond, staring down at the water? Is that, Narantuya or is it Aspasia? She's dressed in Minoan clothes. Okay, Aspasia. Minoan clothes. The Minoans are said to be great thinkers and debaters. She must be thinking about deep philosophical questions. Philo what? But she looks so pretty sitting there alone. She's probably thinking how to get back into the museum to rob the artifacts. I mean, reclaim the artifacts. Sorry, my bad. And Mifendi, the museum is closed. I know, I'm waiting for it to reopen. Well, I'm afraid there's currently no schedule for reopening. According to procedure, the curator must declare the emergency resolved, perform a risk assessment, and report to the stakeholders before reopening dates can be announced. I know, one of your colleagues already told me. As you can see, I'm waiting. Said you left something in the museum? Yes. Is it very urgent? Could you wait for our staff to look for it? We can contact you once we've found it. No, I can't wait. How about this? I can unlock the door and we'll have someone accompany you inside. Thank you. Mother? What is it? Is someone jumping from that window? Aspasia looks up at the child's cry and sees a woman falling from high up. With little time to think or look to the guard opening the door, she dashes over and holds out her arms. Aspasia? Catching a damsel in distress? Falling from high up above? Cinema! Yuri! Is this the beginning of the Aspasia Narantuya ship? Titi. Fetch. Okay, so the construct is also a silly little guy. And somehow, I expected different, that a summer event would be more serious than silly. But okay, never mind. Typical summer event affairs. Brings it back. Who's the cutest little thing? You are. Stop fooling around, Titi. I've always wanted a pet, but my family wouldn't let me have one. Look how cute it is. It's not a pet, it's a part of the museum's collection. Oh, tell that to Pepe. She's yelling at part of the museum's collection too. Say that again! I apologize, Pepe Kanum, but I am unable to answer. My memories of the trove location remains vague. You sure you don't want to stop her? I'm starting to feel sorry for that corpse cowering in a corner. Bro, we got 3, well, if we count the mummy, 4 silly cat people in one room. Well, try harder. Maybe you'll remember then. I'm afraid that would be futile. They who split my memories distributed them evenly across all the gems, to ensure that the secret could not easily be accessed. There are 5 gems in total. You may have to find them all before I could tell you the answer. Okay, 3 more. Are we going on an adventure? 3 more gems? So where are the rest of the gems? You must know that, right? Nope. You don't? The army that defeated me consisted of many Padishas and Lords Amir. They took the gems with them when they left. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. There must be another way. Use that golden brain of yours. Well, Zubair is forced into a corner by Pepe, even as the short girl doesn't come up to his chest. He feels the pressure so great it threatens to buckle even his hardened metal kneecaps. Please, Hanem Effendi, have patience. Then tell me something useful. There is a faint resonance between the gems that I can sense if I'm in their proximity. Are you kidding me? You want me to take you across all of Sargon? This city alone holds thousands of gems. think I sense one faintly. Ah! Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! I knew this mummy was gonna be a silly little guy. Or maybe it's part of its secret plan. We saw that sinister look in its face. What if he wants us to collect all the gems so that he fully forms? Wait a minute, somehow I don't trust this mummy now. Look, Anat, she's trying to remove part of the museum's collection. Pepe, Zubair Effendi is a valued part of the museum's collection. We must ensure that he is stored under appropriate conditions, and I cannot allow him to be exposed to the elements. Leave that thought and do your research here. Do not go out. 40% increase in funding next year. No. Double? My staff will be watching you at all times. Well, she folded quickly. She folded quickly. I guess we're gonna have an escort. It's probably gonna be TT. Let's come over her. Zubair Effendi, I know it's not exactly polite to ask a man for his funeral effects, but I would be remiss. Can I borrow this for a couple days? Spins rapidly. Of course, Sanim Effendi. Somehow I still don't fully trust Zubair. You can come out now, Zubair. No one's here. How do you go through a hole like that at your size? It's like you turned liquid or something. My body's extremely flexible, allowing me to pass through narrow spaces. I thought I would have to tear down the wall if you couldn't get out. There is no need. Zubair closes his eyes and shakes his sistrum. As the chimes ring, the wall around the hole slowly turns to sand, falling to the ground, leaving behind a much bigger hole. He's got arts! With eyes wide, Pepe walks back and forth through the hole, then picks up a handful of sand. Why did you use your Urgenium arts? I almost hit my head crawling through the hole. Didn't ask. Well, you should close it back up. Wouldn't want anyone else to see it. As you wish. The chimes ring again, and sand flows back into the hole. Soon, there is no sign that the hole was ever there. Centuries ago, there was nothing but sand. Now, tall buildings line the streets. Such prosperity. Lamps line the banks of the river, glowing gently in the city. Reminds me of Shar Chemeh, built upon an oasis. Shar Chemeh, the city of springs? I thought it was just a legend. No one found it in centuries. No, it was very real. Its Padisha was a despot who challenged the Shah's authority on multiple occasions. I had to pay him a personal visit. And then it was no more. Okay, kinda threatening. Not gonna lie. That's kinda threatening. Did the whole city have to pay for the sins of a single Padisha? I did nothing but cut the Padisha's head off and throw it into the spring. It was the chained slaves who burned the city to the ground. Based? Okay. If you visited yourself, you would be shocked by the filth and stink. They made sacrifices in the water, but the water system was primitive. Please stop. I can almost smell it. I see. Can we go to the river? No, not that way. It's early. The banks of the river are still brightly lit, and that would kill me if someone saw the museum's collection walking the streets. I know a place. Follow me. Okay, I have this thought at the back of my head. Does this fucker know? Does this prehistoric fuck know Kelsey? Wait. We know Kelsey has some history in Sargon. Especially with the old Shah. I'm 99% certain I remember that correctly. Does this fucker know Kelsey? Probably, right? Who doesn't? Which old ancient fucker doesn't? Mediati Getty? Kanum? What are you doing here? Anat went to meet a guest, so I'm taking over some of the documents. Kelsey's on the fucking hieroglyphs! Wait, what? What? The Padisha statue wasn't damaged in an accident. It was missing one eyeball to begin with. Who wrote this? Huh. How's my impression? But it's true that the statue's records are wrong. Be careful next time. Really? Let me see who's in charge. Isaiah and Inaya. I think they were under your... Those were the subordinates of Narantuya. Here. Age of Shadow exhibits counted twice. Make sure you double check. This is my favorite place in the city. You like empty streets. It's not like this during the day. Everything in Minahama goes through here. Merchants from across the country come here to trade gems, furs, spices, crafts. People come from other countries too, often making large transactions. If we're going to find a gem somewhere, this would be it. Deep in the Grand Bazaar is a trading post dedicated to gems. Virtually every gem in the city passes through it. Sand Reckoner's Bazaar, Sand Reckoner's trading post. You sense the gem we're looking for? Are you listening? Forgive me. I am curious about the crafts being sold here. In my time, animal sculptures like these were guardians of tombs, companions for the dead. Now, though, they are being peddled on the streets as everyday items. Well, it's a decorative sculpture for home use, 25 dinars. From the murals on the walls to the hieroglyphs all around, many things feel so familiar yet so strange at the same time. Perhaps we should go and see a few more places. Who is this old man? How much do we have to teach this boomer? Minyatiketi, Hanim Effendi, the great families have sent inquiries. The Padishas take the solemnity of Sargon history so seriously. How do we explain this incident to them? Just tell them it was an intern's mistake and we'll deal with it accordingly. Deal with whom? The acting curator, perhaps. Huh? Is it really true, Titi? There was unexplained access made using your pass both last night and this morning. What if someone investigates? Ooh, they're on Narantuya's trail. Oh wait, no. Not Narantuya, it's Pepe. She gave Pepe the pass. Oh, right. I remember. Oh, that can't be. I wiped all the records clean. So you finally admitted it. I didn't. Well, this I can cover up, but the mummy thing coming back to life on the eve of the Flood Festival is another matter. Okay, she found out quick. So what's your plan? To keep the museum closed until things blow over. No way! Look at that Bajgir. Who? Slit eyes, mummy guy? A wind catcher, yes. The most common type of tower here. Those openings catch the cool high winds and guide them into the buildings through vents. Cool air flows into the space below, pushing the hot air out of the opposite side. I didn't know you were an architect. I'm not, but I met the talented architect who invented the Bajgir. Do you sense the gems yet? I'm sorry, I can't sense any nearby. Maybe I could tell you something else. Are you not curious how the gems retain one's memory and consciousness? Something. The Originium Plain, the Originium Woods, the Myriad Souls. Whatever pronoun you want to use. Pick any one of those. Well, I am curious. I figured it was some kind of sarcasm witchcraft related to Zayadan. People in my time believe that life consists of 3 parts: body, name, and soul. Body is a physical vessel, and name is the identity known to others. The soul, however, is what truly makes us human. Hold up. What did you just say? Human? It is the emotions and experiences that form our character. Human? Excusez-moi? There are very rare times when they use the term human in this game. And it's very specific to a certain demographic of people. Because when they refer to the races of Terra, it's usually mankind. How do you know the term human? Or is it just Yostar localization added again? Okay, that's weird. What's a human? I don't know if this is a Yostar mistranslation. If it's a turn of phrase that they just wanted to use, the turn of phrase is what truly makes us human. Or if they're actually referring to the very specific important term human that is very, very rarely used in this game. For good reason. Unfortunately, Pepe is not smart enough to catch this. I don't know what to think about this line. All 3 parts must be preserved together in order for life to be eternal. The body can be replaced with something more durable. The name can retain its meaning by being passed on through generations. I know, that's the genesis of Sargonian noble heritage. The soul, however, is the frailest of the 3. During the Age of Shadow, it was discovered that part of the soul can be preserved. In a manner of speaking, by etching it upon a pure gem with originium circuits. Huh. That's really convenient that we're getting this explanation at the same time frame that we got the reconveners revealed for Enfield. Really convenient, Hypergriff, that we're getting this right when we've blown the cover on the Originium Woods, the Mirrored Souls, whatever the assimilated world is, and that we could pull people out of it. Like the gem in your chest. Yes. I've only ever read about it in ancient texts. Scholars call it superstition born out of a lack of understanding of the nature of life. That is a misinterpretation. However, the true mystery, the method by which life's journey is engraved, has long since been lost to time. Not for long, I guess. Or it might exist to some degree. Gems with engraved originium circuits can still be found in this city. Last year, a gem with originium circuits that could change the ambient temperature in a small area was sold at an auction for an incredible price. Some things survive the test of time only to become barely recognizable. The sun's about to rise. We should get back before the museum opens. Let's go. The museum is just up ahead. I don't want to crawl through another hole. Why don't you use your arts to make a shortcut? One moment, Pepe. Have you sensed the gem? No. I would like to see the sunrise. The one thing that the passage of time cannot change. Okay, just for a bit. How lucky. It is still bright, glorious, and brilliant. It still brings warmth. INUDI HAREK, Horakhet. Title drop! End credits! Zubair slumbered for centuries beneath the sands with only darkness for company. He squints straight at the sun rising in the east, the brilliant wheel of flame. Sunlight shines upon him for the first time in a very long while, illuminating his golden body. Pepe can barely open her eyes, so bright it is. Is it time to go back? You can stay a while longer if you like being in the sun. We have a little bit of time. Getting real melancholic here. Where's Aspasia and Narantuya? Oh, she was part of the she was Narantuya's subordinate. No wonder these two had more than detailed as usual sprites. So you're a Jazi. 4 days? No, 5 since Narantuya went missing. It's been 5 days since the incident. Focus, Ajazi. Wait, Ajani. Focus, Ajazi. This work requires attention. Wait, who are they talking to? You're sure that the communicator fell into this drainage outlet when we left the museum, right? Oh, she's Ajazi. She's Ajani. You don't look like Ajani in Magic the Gathering. Kind of, maybe? I don't think you're a cat girl. I'm sure. Well, we've been dredging through it every day, but we haven't found a shadow of it. We can't reach Narantuya if we don't find it. If we can't reach Narantuya, what will we do? I remember Narantuya saying that we should find a way to get money when she's not around. You're right, Ajani. We need to pull a big job. That way we can buy a new communicator and get in touch with the boss. Great, now I have the hiccups. Let's go. We've got work to do at the museum. Oh, it's still going. Alright. Huh? Hey, Ajazi, I think I hooked something. Are they fishing? They gotta eat. What do you think, Lazvar? Are you like the night sky and the wavy patterns it like lava gently flowing across it? It was dug up from a deep obsidian vein. From deep obsidian veins decades ago. It's a rare treasure today, given the state of Mount Siesta. They even got Siestan obsidian here? The gem vendors in town dare not to give a hasty quote for it, and you've been away from the post these past few days. There is no originating circuit on this gem. I'm afraid I cannot give you a high price for it. The blue foul beast that was perched on the overseer's staff flies up and grabs the obsidian and places it gently on the scale. The scale comes to a halt and the young overseer looks on the reading. 370 dinars. But a Siestan collector offered me a much higher price for it, the equivalent of 37,000 dinars. Lady, you got scammed. There's a shit ton of obsidian around Mount Siesta. Could you perhaps be mistaken? You'd always go back to that collector. It's not that I don't trust the overseer's eyes and scales. But if we were in Londinium, Lungmen, or Siesta, we're in Mena Hamait. There are treasures here beyond reckoning. The sand beneath your feet was perhaps at one time gems brighter than the stars. That is why we value the power of a gem far more than its appearance. 370 dinars is the most I can give for an ordinary obsidian, with no originating circuits or special powers. Sorry, lady. We could try to reimburse you on your scam, but that's the best of it. Can we really sell a rock that we reeled in from the sewers? Even the roads in this city are paved with gems. Try holding it under the sun. What am I supposed to see? Nothing. It's like the plastic handle of my toothbrush. Well, don't be discouraged, Johnny. It could help Narantuya's great endeavor, even if it's not worth much. Like, she could enjoy iced water for an entire week when she gets back, added with lemon slices and dried dates for sure. Girl, think about yourselves before Narantuya. Hey, you! Yeah, you behind the counter. Me? Yeah, you're the receptionist, right? Oh boy. Oh, these tourists. Receptionist? No, I. It's our first time here. We want to, what do you want to do, Ajazi? To get this gem appraised and sell it for good money. Yeah, that's right. Do you know where the queue for gem appraisals is? Give it to me. I can appraise it. Wow, even the receptionist at this gem trading post knows how to appraise gems. Fucking tourists. At first glance, it is a pale sapphire of low purity. Low purity? Sounds like dried dates are off the menu. Well, the lemon slices still have a chance. The originium circuits are clearly visible. This is... What is it? Is there something wrong with the circuits? Meh, never mind, Ajazi. The gem probably doesn't do anything, judging by his reaction. No, it does. The originium circuits on this gem can induce excitement in small animals. Wait. Don't tell me this is one of the 5. It's probably gonna be one of the 5 gems. It makes small animals excited? Where are you going, Ajani? Back to work at the museum, of course. You know how much money we're making per hour carrying boxes. Forget that blue toothbrush handle. Can't afford to waste our time here. Hey, wait for me! Wait, your gem! I was going to say I could offer 50,000 dinars for it. Okay, this is a silly-ass event. But that's probably also part of the 5. Which is how Lazvar is gonna get involved. Also, Mio conveniently arriving. Mio, you're back early. Dejected? Why are you dejected? It's okay. You tried. It's not easy to see him, is it? Hey, Mio, try this. Touches the pale blue gem with a paw. Sniffs. It's catnip. It's a gem that's basically catnip. Rolls in ecstasy. It's a catnip gem. Glad you like it. What's that? You found your motivation again. Alright then, go with the wolf to find the gems. They finally converge upon this city. Whoop! Find the gems, converge! Lazvar knows something that we don't. They're all in the city? Okay. Things are getting spicy. Is Lazvar gonna be the secret antagonist? Let's continue. Wait, where are we now? We're at 4. So we started 2, 3, we're at 4. Okay. Oh, what an honor it is for me to meet you here, Hatshepsut Hanim Effendi. The slipper from the early New Calendar era you brought has certainly broadened my knowledge of history. I had no idea the people of so many centuries ago had such fine techniques in crafting footwear. To think they could make a shoe that fits the curve of the foot so well. As for the lotus ornament atop it, vivid beyond words. Are those Crocs? Do they have Crocs technology in Sargon? I mean, thematically, it would fit. Not to mention, this slipper was made not long after the Great Explosion, and it reflects the drastic shifts in the local climate. It's a pity that it's missing its twin. I fear it won't win on its own. That's fine, second place is enough for me. It's the participation that counts. Of course. As daughter of the Padisha, Hatshepsut Hanim Effendi, you'll one day take up the mantle of Padisha. Wait, did I miss a chapter? Did I miss the after chapter? Did I skip directly to 4? There seems to be a missing period of... I seem to be missing some key information here. Hold up, wait. Let me just double check. Let me just double check. I was not paying attention. Did I skip? After. Okay, we skipped a chapter. Almost skipped the chapter. I was wondering, wait a minute. We're only an hour and a half in. How are we 3 chapters in already? Okay, that's why. Shush, stay in the grass and don't come out. I had to be real careful to get you out during the day. The grass is too short. It can't hide my ears. Then get lower. Father, that girl is rummaging in the grass. Shh, it's not polite to point. She must be drunk. No, I can still see them. She is about to fall into the grass. Should we help? Shh, pretend not to see her. A little fall never hurt anyone. It's being seen falling that's really embarrassing. This is where the events leading up to the Flood Festival will be held. I'm about to sneeze. Hold up. I sneeze. And all the competitors are here today to sign up. It would be very awkward to run into her during the competition. Competition! Okay. It's a Menahamaite tradition to sink various items into the river as a sacrifice to the river god ahead of the Flood Festival, praying for good luck. Guess where we can find the rarest gems in the city? The river. Wait here while I go get one of those bush trimming carts. You can sit in the bin for collecting fallen leaves. That way we can get you to the river without anyone finding out. Are you sure this is a good idea? Come on, stop tugging at my shirt and act your age. Stay hidden and stay put. I'll be back soon. Well. Oh! Do these two know each other? Creature. Lifts tail elegantly. Many statues here were carved in your likeness. Wags tail proudly. Beautiful. No wonder the people here love you so much. Holds up backside with dignity. Do you want me to pet you? But you're too far, and Pepe told me not to move from you. Makes a deliberate display. Can you come closer? Shakes tail irritably. Please don't be angry. Perhaps I can move forward a little. Oh! Wait! Hey, Zubair, stop gawking in the cloud beast. Look what I've found. Somehow, Mio seems very mysterious. I still think Mio might be a beast lord. Why do you look so dour? I am not dour. I just didn't get to pet the cute little cat. Then get in here. I've measured it. It should fit you with room to spare. It's a little dirty. Dirty? That's just some fallen leaves and a piece of scrap paper. You were dug out of a hole filled with sand and dirt. I respectfully decline. Alright, I'll clean it. Fallen leaves, scrap paper. It's a leaflet. It's not even that dirty. Pepe spreads open the rolled up ball of paper. She freezes on the spot. Harvest gathering? What is that? Part of the local festivities. Competitors display their most valued possessions, and the winners get prizes from the sponsors. Many of the prizes are familiar. The second place prize in particular brings back memories. Of course it does, Zubair. Do I still have to go into the bin? Of course! I cleaned it for you! So is The second place prize? Is it a gem? Is that why we got into the competition? Naruto is awake! This way, the mummy won't. Whoa! Is she finally awake? Damn, I'm glad that was just a dream. You were about to drug Pepe with a drug that would have had her passed out for 5 whole days! Maybe kinda deserve that. Reverse Uno. I don't want to be haunted by the dead this young. Please don't throw the vessel, even if it's your own. You may not harm others while using it. Sorry, I thought it was my knife I was throwing. Apology accepted. Good morning. Wait, morning? In the silence, Narantuya sizes up the stranger before her, who gives off an aura of a seasoned warrior. She slowly moves her hand to her belt while carefully taking in her surroundings. Her coin purse still tied to her belt, but her weapons are gone. Her knives are lying on the tea table on the other side of this unfamiliar room. The room itself seems unremarkable, but this is a city where even the manhole covers are laid with gems. Narantuya knows that even the most unremarkable thing here can command a remarkable price. Oh, it was you who saved my life. Thank you so much, kind soul. Once I get out of here, I'll have my subordinates remember your name. So, how much do you want? I'm sorry? If you mean the bread and fruit that I brought back from my morning jog, these were a gift from others that should not be valued in terms of money. I wasn't asking about that, or why I don't get good stuff like that when I walk the streets. Wait, you mean it's free? Good. The sun is my witness not taking back your word. I appreciate the kindness. How are you feeling? Based on my medical knowledge, I do not believe you're injured, but you had been unconscious for a long time. Oh, I'd forgotten to sleep for a while. Guess I was just making up for it. No worries, consider it a bad hereditary habit. She's kind of a bad liar. Hereditary. As long as it's nothing serious, feeling unwell anywhere else. She reaches for her neck instinctively. The needle wound has healed, but the memories from before the long nightmare begin to float to the surface. The past that never arrived, the failed kidnapping, the terrifying mummy, the feeling of freefall, the faint sound of wind. That was the 10th floor. I didn't think I would wake up from that. Okay, that was the 10th floor! Zubair was planning to kill her! Well, definitely not a silly guy. He's probably hiding something from Pepe. Wow, is that what dying feels like? It's terrible. Thank you for saving my life. They say that no one can ever truly die if her name continues to be spoken after her death. But if eternal life means an eternal nightmare of being chased by mummies to the ends of the sands, then I must reconsider whether it's worth to have my name known across all of Sargon. You jumped from the window because you wanted to have your name known all across Sargon? Yes, I suppose. Let's go with that. I fail to understand the Sargonian obsession with tradition. I sympathize. Had things not been going well for you in life? Racked up a debt. It's been a pretty big headache. Say, I want to ask you. You saved my life and I ought to repay you. Do you want to work for me? I'm planning something of a great endeavor. What? I remember now. I made a wish when I fell from the building. I guess you're that competent subordinate granted by fate. Very well. I'm happy to help if it alleviates your stress and gives you the will to live. Aspasha, you're kind of an airhead. Kind of easy to manipulate. Not. Look what I found. I don't know what you found, but I found that you've been sneaking away with the museum's collection again. I'm putting him in a dirty leaf bin. Sorry, I just couldn't bear to watch him waste away in the museum, so I took him out to get some fresh air. Is that so? Yes, Anat Hanim, I was interested in seeing the outside. See, let's drop this and talk about the good stuff I found. A creased leaflet? Look what it says! The typical pre-festival events. Wait, is that the third gem that Zubair and I have been looking for? Didn't you say you took Zubair out because he was wasting away in the museum? I mean, kill two foul beasts with one stone, as they say. Did you think about how to get the gem? Second place is not exactly easy to get. The harvest gathering attracts the rich and noble, eager to show off their treasures. I know of at least 2 Padishas who are visiting anonymously. I can help you appraise ancient artifacts or volunteer myself as the entry. No worries, that's the easy part. The hard part is finishing second. We don't want to finish first, we want to be second. Entry has to be extraordinary, but not unique. It must represent an era, but not symbolize it. You need to finish exactly second to get the large gem with unique characteristics and Shah era markings. How to finish second? That is the question. Hehehe. Do you have an idea? Pepe does not answer. She looks up at the skylight, squinting. It is past noon, and sunlight spills through the round skylight, casting an oval of light on the ground. Standing in the middle of the oval, Pepe grins from ear to ear, pointing at the sun outside. Heknu Horakhet. Entering with a Horakhet statue. Not a bad choice. No, I'm just expressing my gratitude for his inspiration. I'm not entering an item associated with him. Look at the circle he's casting on the ground. Doesn't it look like... I see. You plan to enter with a talisman engraved with a royal name. The cartouche is a symbol of good fortune and warding against evil. Perhaps that will catch the attention of the judges. What are you people talking about? Isn't this oval of light just like a golden slipper? Slipper. Yes, I'm winning that gem with a golden slipper that's been passed through my family for generations. Oh. Hey, the golden crocs. I don't want to keep crouching behind this wall. Can I go in with you? Stop complaining. I got you your ice cream. Can you actually taste it though? No, I was just curious what all these people were queuing for. Is your curiosity satisfied? Eat up, or your head is going to melt in the sun. Ice treat created in my image. I'm surprised how popular I am here. You may not be able to taste it, but you can feel the coolness, right? Not so much a sensation as an impulse. An impulse to jump into the river, allow the water to flow over me and have a good swim. That's just how we normally spend the summer, isn't it? Oh right, gold sinks in the water. That's why I described it as an impulse. Alright, be patient, and I'll take you to the largest artificial lake in town once the sun goes down and the competition has ended. I'll be going. See you later. Pulls up cape. Is he just gonna walk around unsupervised? The papyrus reeds sway by the river. Its waters of purest lazurite. It wends its way by the golden dunes, fed by our gifts of gems. I knew you were here when I smelled your synthesized cormoran. My watch tells me that the competition doesn't start for another 30 minutes. I thought it was unfashionable in the new city to arrive on time.
27 minutes and 50 seconds to be precise. My watch is more accurate. After all, its mechanism is based on the machine that the Shah of Past and Future invented after he discovered the artifact that gave mastery over time.
Huh. The Shah of Past and Future found an ancient clock from Oracle's time. And that's how modern Terrans learned how to tell time. Okay, I'll buy that world building.
Your idea for time is as vague as the sundial in the museum. You do not understand that every grain of sand passing through the hourglass is a gold coin when one arrives too early and has to wait.
True, I believe this antique was last calibrated when the sundial was dug up. I wonder where your ancestors were at that time. Perhaps I should inform them that it's actually 11:25 and both of them should adjust their watches. The sports watch is waterproof and dustproof and has a compass on it. I wear it on my monthly climb to the Harrium Mountains, and I can recommend it to them based on first-hand experience. Don't bother with them, you've got free time. Go try some other drinks. I like this iced guava juice more than herbal tea. Meanwhile, Narantua's subordinates are like, we have to scrounge up money so that our boss can drink a lot of delicious juice. Meanwhile, Narantuya is like, I'ma swipe this purse, I'ma swipe that purse. Drinks are on me. I'll get a few more cups if you want. I'm fine, I'm no Padisha, I just know how to use my hands. I mean, yeah. Obviously. So, you're not contemplating suicide? No. Why would I, when you can get all sorts of free drinks just by walking through a city garden like this? At least we know that Narantuya is good with her hands. Freudian slip? If I may say so, my 100,000 dinar burden beast pulls the carriage faster. It could knock a grown man down with its wake.
If I must say so, stability is the most important thing, and that's what the burden beasts of my ranch offer.
Oh, pizza, my cup!
Unlike you, I don't have to pull down the curtains to stop sand sent flying by a carriage or juice spilled by a passerby.
What are these people doing here? This place is for drinks! Don't worry, I caught it. Not a single drop of guava juice was spilled. Let's find a place to sit by the roadside. She's the competent subordinate I've been wishing for, alright, but am I even the boss at this rate? I should introduce her to Ajazi and Ajani. Did you say something? No, I was just thinking I would take a trip to the museum after I've tried all the drinks here. You're going there too? Yeah, but I'm not as interested as you in the artifacts. I just lost something, and I need to start searching from the last place I lost it. Not a single beep from my communicator. After all this time, not one call. Unfortunately, the museum has remained closed ever since the incident, and I doubt the management would promptly contact the owners of lost items as promised. Whenever I close my eyes, I think back to the day when I glimpsed a fragment of the lost glory of ancient Minos, and the disarray within the Grand Museum. Setting everything aside, it is unbelievable that staff could not recall the locations of the exhibit halls and the routes to them. Leading dozens of panicking tourists to the northeast to the Minoan exhibit where there were no exits. I must strongly express my dissatisfaction when I have a chance to meet with museum management. I changed my mind. Let's not go to the museum today. Yeah, Narantuya does not want to meet with the management.
Excuse me. I see you're enjoying the drinks we have on offer today. The two of you have lingered here for a while. Perhaps you're interested in participating in the harvest gathering? You appear to be tourists. This pamphlet will give you details of the key event leading up to the Flood Festival.
Not interested. Let's go, Aspasha. Aspasha? Fate has smiled upon me at last. Narantuya, you say you have visited the museum. Perhaps you know what this is. No idea. Isn't it just a simple old cup? This is my family goblet. The other goblet, to be precise. Oh, they're... These fucking... Bro! They're selling off ancient foreign artifacts as a prize for a contest. Okay, now we're back here. Back where we left off. So, not to read this again, we're in the middle of Pepe showing off her glorious golden Crocs to the judges. And we need to get second place. We need to get second place for the gem. Okay. So what was that? Did I skip a few things? God damn it. It's a pity it's missing its twin. I fear it won't win on its own. That's fine, second place is enough for me. It's a participation that counts. Of course, of course. But as daughter of the Padisha, Hatshepsut Effendi, you will one day take up the mantle of Padisha. I'm sure such a trifling honor would not be worth fretting over. That's still a bit too early. There's a lot of things we can't say for sure. I've heard your younger brother was selected to become the court historian, and that he will be sent out to the City of Gold in 2 months, Hatshepsut. Ah, even a girl as talented as Hatshepsut was not chosen for the post, which just goes to show how gifted her brother is. We're practically the same, really. That's where we left off. Are you trying to say, good sir, that becoming a Padisha does not require talent and ability? I believe that if Hatshepsut were to take the position, her family would no doubt continue to bask in glory. Oh, this is different. Hatshepsut's family is Sargon's most illustrious line of historians, after all. She wants to be a historian, not the family head, not the Padisha. Almost time for us to register. Have you thought about what to submit? Not yet. You so brazenly got into line, but you don't have a single treasure on you. Is there anything about my walking posture that needs improvement? Never mind, forget it. I guess you'll have to rely on me again. I'm not about to let my subordinate lose. Give me some time to think of a plan. You're probably just gonna swipe something off a passerby and then present it to the judges. I once won the silver medal in a sprint. Oh, are you thinking of snatching the golden cup and running? No good. These rich folk brought along some tough bodyguards. See the way their feet move as they look around. They've spent time in the Amiri armies. I also earned the silver medal in unarmored wrestling. Greek wrestling with Aspasha? Robbery? Everyone worth targeting is already here. How would we participate with stolen goods without getting caught? There is also the silver medal I got from the ceremonial dance competition. Okay, I think the joke here is that Aspasha, who is a chronic silver medal winner, is probably gonna take the gem. She's probably gonna win second place. Pepe is gonna win first place because she's a Nepo baby. And that's how these two interact. That's your plan of attack. No need to make things hard for yourself. In truth, I have 10 silver medals across 10 different events. I keep them on my person at all times. We're gonna add an 11th. Okay. 10 silver medals. Oh! Okay, there you go. That's what we can show off. These medals are embodiments of traditional Minoan culture and my most prized honors. Honor should not be regarded as a rarity with which to judge superiority, but in particular circumstances, I have no other choice. Besides, I hope you do not misunderstand me, Narantuya. I would never resort to anything dishonorable. It would disgrace my family. I guess I really did misunderstand you. My competent subordinate, my great endeavor. Sorry, did you say something just now? Oh, nothing important. I was just saying that you're considering you've never won a gold medal. It's no wonder you want that gold cup. Don't worry, I have a plan. Interesting. Oh, nervous ceremony judge. We got a new sprite. Cuff. May I ask why the herald led me here? What orders am I to receive? Woman behind the jeweled screen. No orders here, just a request. If you happen to see a single golden slipper, do not give it a high rank. But also, not too low. We must still uphold the professionalism of our historians. Let's say, second place. Yeah, second place would be good. Please, this is really, really important. That exhibit has precious historical value, but if you wish to reduce its mark for subjective reasons, that would not be considered unfair to other competitors. If you have deduced my identity, then please keep that secret as well, thank you. I will, Resplendent Hanim. We're just swinging around. We're just swinging around our Nepo baby powers. I'm definitely going to apologize to all my teachers and fellow archaeologists after this. I definitely, absolutely cannot lose. Just this once. Why does everyone think I already lost to that little brat? Brat? Whoa! Cover his mouth. Did I scare him? Did you get all of that? Yes, the set of silver medals from Minos must get a high mark. It will get 3rd place. That's right. Don't worry, I already had a talk with most of your fellow judges. We got along rather well. I hope you will too. Padisha Effendi, the corrupt must be hanged. Forgive me. Can't believe he's this scared already. I didn't get this big a reaction from security and the other judges earlier. What illusion did he see? Okay, so Aspash is getting 3rd. Pepe's getting 2nd. No one cares about 1st. I'll be dragging you back to the gate then. Maybe I overdid it with the arts. Oh! You use nightmare arts on him! You use Knight's Mora arts on him! You showed him horrors beyond human comprehension! Now, okay, now this is just making me want the Nightmare Knight back. He's still up there in IS-3 fighting with the demons. 3, 4? 4? IS-4? Oh, I don't see the judge here either. Must have been escorted back to the meeting hall by security. I better go get my own things done. The sun waits for no man, after all. Oh, and who is this I happen to run into? What luck. Pepe is back on the kidnapping menu. But we have Zubayir. Is Zubayir gonna step in again and try to kill Narantuya a second time? Sorry, could you say that one more time? I'm honored to inform you, Hanim Effendi, that your entry has proceeded to the final round of judging. In other words, you are now in the top 3.
No, not that, the other part. I ask that you follow me to the riverside in a little while, where the prizes will be given and the treasures will be immersed into the river.
Oh! They're gonna toss her medals into the river.
So, you're going to throw my 10 silver medals into the river? Perish the thought, Hanim Effendi. That would be rather crude. We would never dare to offend the river god. We will place the treasures atop a small boat made of papyrus reeds, alongside gold, silver, and jewels to help weigh it down. We will sing hymns and chants as we watch the boat slowly sink into the waters. That wasn't mentioned on the brochure. I am terribly sorry. It was written in the instructions all participants had to sign. The competition's original purpose was to find treasures with the most historical value to knock upon the gate of the god. During the Flood Festival, those favored winners will witness the river god with their own eyes as he wanders the riverside. Forgive me, this was my mistake. It was close to cut off when I signed up and I did not have time to read all the 10 pages of instructions. Ah, that is a shame. As it is extremely rare for tourists to reach a final round of selection, you will be given a second opportunity to reaffirm your commitment. Do you wish to continue participating?
Which is it? The family cup or her 10 silver medals?
Narantuya. She hasn't returned yet. Do you wish to seek a specialist consultant? I can bring you to the chief judge to discuss. No need. What I seek is not a suggestion. I will continue my participation.
Okay. The cup comes first. Remember to drink a bit of water. My mouth is getting dry. Hello? Anat, listen to me. You can start preparing the victory feast now. Of course. I would never take for granted the generosity you've shown by lending me the general. I promise that I'll stick the gem in when we get back tonight. If Zubair goes through any changes, you'll be able to see them yourself. He's gonna get more evil, the more gems we put in him. Relax, I've been taking good care of him. No stains or damage, I promise. You want to speak to him? No. He's under my protection, right? How can I just give him a communicator when everyone's staring at me? Why don't we talk about, something else? You don't know how hard I've had it. I've been taking up these old pedantic judges all morning just to guarantee second place. Listen, they're about to declare the winner at the big meeting spot. Once I get the gem, I'll head right back to the museum where it's nice and quiet. Sorry. It's fine. Weird. I don't like the sidewalks narrow here. Did she get drugged? Uh-oh. Or did she get robbed of her golden crock? I can finally rest easy. Pepe's handled the gem issue and Zubair's just fine too. Should we have a drink together later? Is there something you wanted to say? You're not gonna want to hear it. I do want to hear your suggestion, TT. You might think this is ridiculous, but I feel like we might have to start the exhibition over and keep the accident under wraps. Just treat it as some sort of performance gone awry, then display it in a more vivid and true-to-life manner. So, display a walking mummy and some artifacts. Push up ticket prices a little while we're at it. More or less, I guess. You do know what our people use to scare crybaby children, right? The exhibits being a bit odd isn't a bad thing. My old Colombian museum had an exhibit Has Science Gone Too Far? Creative ideas that would be scarier successes than failures. But TT, that's the idea behind a business whose #1 goal is to make money. If we try that here, a lot of people would be mad. A lot of people. History itself is the foundation of this city. Isn't the foundation that vein of gemstones that's nearly dried up? Actually, she's kind of right. You really shouldn't say things like that when we go meet the nobles later. That family is as ancient as the bricks in the tomb in the museum's Great Hall. They can be rather conservative. Meddling here and there. What's wrong with those high-ups anyway? Can't they just fork over the sum of money every year and forget about the museum like Pepe's family? I worked hard to become acting curator, TT. I really don't want to cause any sort of inconvenience. Inconvenience? You're seriously calling this an inconvenience? That's not what I meant. Have it your way then. I'm leaving. TTI. Well, while they have a falling out, we have the announcement ceremony. Are you okay? You're sweating buckets. Am I? It's rather hot outside. You're sweating too.
Next up is a descendant of a glorious clan of historians, the one who shares ballads of kings and heroes, explorer of all Sargon, purveyor of knowledge, respected Padisha's daughter, Hatshepsut and her rare treasure.
Are you going to announce the result? Oh no, this is a rather important occasion. I'll leave it to you. Well, I can't get out of this one, I guess. This golden crock is adorned with a lotus flower woven of gold thread, specially designed to accommodate the sudden changes in the Sargonian climate at this time, with distinct characteristics from the era. Not only that, but it comes from an illustrious family of imperial historians. It would be difficult to find the slipper so well preserved in this marketplace, and it's a submission rather uncharacteristic of a family of historians at that. For past ceremonies, such families would usually submit letters, manuscripts, and other pieces of writing. But today, this soul crock reveals to us another side of life of a noble past. Its, value is incalculable.
Okay, thank you for your commentary. Next, I will announce the judge's decision. Disregarding the highest and lowest marks, Hatshepsut's final tally is 94.95 points. Ah, what a shame. Resplendent Hatshepsut off by a mere 0.05 points. You are in second place for now. The result was born in the interest of fairness and our respect for history. I hope you do understand, Hatshepsut.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I expected as much, hehehe. Menahamaitz is honored to undertake your challenge. Let's move on to the next item, shall we?
Very well! Next we have the last, but certainly not least entry into our competition. A foreign treasure. A set of silver medals from Minos. We invite our expert to give an assessment.
We are all aware that places far from Sargon also possess their own brilliant civilizations. The art and culture of Minos has proven to be harmonious with Sargonian social mores. This set of medals embodies not only the Minoan love of sports, but also more importantly, unlike most other entries, its year of manufacture can be determined with precision. Indeed, our lives are well adorned with gold, but products fashioned from silver are a rarity. In fact, some historical periods saw silver considered the more precious metal.
What a fascinating analysis! Well then, which three contestants will win the opportunity to represent the city in offering these treasures to the river? Do allow me to announce this particular treasure's score. Disregarding the highest and lowest marks hailing from Minos, Aspashahanim's final tally is 94.60 points. This level of fierce competition is unprecedented. Your final position is third place, Aspashahanim. Though I regret you did not place higher, you still have secured the chance to perform the offering.
I thank you. This was precisely the approval I sought. However, if you so permit, I would protest the arrangement of these prizes after we conclude.
I believe a golden Minoan goblet should rank higher than a third place prize. Wait, what? What? Huh? Farewell, Hanim, but please come up to the stage first with your treasure. Go with our attendant here. In third place, Aspasha Hanim. In second place, Hatsheput Hanim. In first place, Rashad Hanim. I ask that our 3 winning contestants take care not to damage the treasures they're holding. Oh no! Terribly sorry about that. It's far too hot and I collapsed for a moment. I couldn't hold it steady. This is quite embarrassing. It's a pity this ancient pot I brought shattered to pieces. I assumed that offering pottery chips would be an affront to the river god. I don't believe this has ever happened before. This is so heartbreaking. I fear I will have to give up first place. Shenanigans! All their plans laid to waste by shenanigans. Pepe is going to be first. Aspasha is going to be second. Resplendent Hatsheput Hanim, daughter of Padisha, you hold the highest title among all attendees. To bestow first place upon you is only fitting. It's a Nepo baby call! She wanted to glaze Pepe and she was like, whoopsie! It seems my pot broke. Pepe, you deserve first place. It's a Nepo baby play! And so I voluntarily renounce my position and withdraw from the competition. Huh? What an unexpected turn of events! But I do believe everyone is in agreement that our resplendent daughter, Padisha, should be awarded first place. And so, our second, third, and fourth place contestants will now become our first, second, and third place respectively. Let's all give them the heartiest congratulations. Welp. Summer events are anything else but silly. How are we gonna get it back? The papyrus reads, "Sway by the river, the waters of purest lazurite. It wends its way by the golden dunes, fed by our gifts of gems. May I see him by the waterside, may I follow him to eternity." Amidst the ardent applause and passionate singing, the winners stiffly walk along the shining, bejeweled streets. A reed boat bearing the heavy weight of history slowly sinks into the river. Golden slipper and Minoan silver medal alike become no more than a string of bubbles. Regret? How could I possibly have any regrets? Meeting you has been the best thing to happen to me this entire competition, Hatsheput Hanim. Oh, what worth would a competition ranking hold compared to such a privilege? If I may be so bold, I believe a group photo of us losers with a champion would be fittingly commemorative. Would you do me the favor of having a photo with me, resplendent Hatsheput Hanim? If you would hold the first place prize statue as well, that would be perfect. Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Well, shit. I joined in the most absurd competition. Yeah, that was absurd indeed. I intended to seek history, honor the feats of heroes past, be steadfast in my pursuit of victory, and confront fate itself. And technically, this is your 11th second place win. By all accounts, it's your 11th medal. Yeah, confronting fate and the other thing. Basically, your 10 old silver medals are a single shiny new one. But don't worry, this is Sargon after all, so that's no failure. Golden sands above, gold itself below.
As the Lords Amir and Padisha say, sand can be as precious as gold. Don't sweat it. Maybe you'll go down some windy road, you'll find yourself recognized, and that golden cup will be handed right over. Okay. Handed over. She threatened... she threatened the third place winner. Okay, we got it. Let's say maybe you were to chat with the lucky winner of the cup and wheedle your way into his trust. You're right. Huh? The treasure I put forth was recognized. That means that Minoan culture itself was also recognized. Even if the assessment of the judges was strikingly superficial, the scoring of the silver medals and my position are sufficient proof that even Sargonian historians hold a basic respect for Minos. I should have words with the collector of the goblet. If he were to understand the deep history behind it, perhaps he would be willing to sell it back to me at a price I can afford. You call that recognition? Well, if it's enough to cheer you up, I guess we'll call that a victory. Thank you very much, Narantuya. You are too kind. Just like the wise men debating around the white columns, you have awoken me. I will not lose the honor that those silver medals represented. In fact, I have now won even more in turn. The trick played upon me by fate is unworthy of notice by comparison. Moreover, if immersing those medals in water would aid the people to see what they wish to see, then I am happy to serve. If throwing this gem into the river would summon the god I've heard so much talk of, then Wait! I can see you're feeling a bit better, but calm down, don't throw it away. I have a plan. Or I guess I have a person I wish to see. If you don't really care about the gem, could I borrow it for a while? This is how she connects with Pepe. I'ma sneeze. The traps are ready. Relax, I was real careful putting them together. The more someone knows, the less they'll suspect it. Good. I also slipped the invitation into the girl's bag. I made sure to wear gloves for holding artifacts. No way I left any fingerprints behind. Nice work. I'll handle the back end of our plan. Any questions from you two? I have one. I don't understand why Padisha's daughter would fall for our bait. The gem doesn't seem that special. It's got lots of impurities, like the stone Johnny and I pulled up from the sewer the other day. Don't worry about what rich folk think. Watch the door tonight. Keep your eyes peeled. Don't let her send anyone over to take it before the time is right. Yeah, okay. We won't let you down this time. That's right. We won't let anyone in. Oh, Mio heard all of that. Mio arrives before the table, having deftly avoided every snare in the heavily trapped room. The glimmering gem on the table is reflected in the Cloud Beast's bright eyes. Mio, are you gonna take it? An anonymous letter, alongside an indistinct photo of the gem. The letter specifies a time and place for you to be alone. An incredibly obvious trap. You should not go, Pepe. Well, I have to go. How else am I gonna get the gem? But what? You agreed to take me to the man-made lake in the city tonight. Did I say that? Or maybe you misremembered and it's actually tomorrow night. Ever since my brain was replaced, I have not misremembered a single thing. If that's true, you should have remembered where all the gems were. You could ask Kanat. She wrote a lot of official-looking documents about you lately. I also have a few observational reports and paragraphs of a draft for a paper on this ancient general, actually. Maybe she could take you there. I might need to take a few more shifts if so. Do you really have no idea who sent this letter? The tourist who got second place seemed like a nice lady. I might have been too easy to read. At the harvest gathering, everyone could probably tell I wanted a gem. But we need it to get more information out of Zubair. Whether it's info on my hidden treasure or data for your thesis. Even so, I advise you not take the risk. Even if I've been across all of Sargon by now? I do recall you nearly failing to make it back twice when we were still in school. Good thing TT and I decided to look for you both times. Oh, yeah. You recruited a team of adventurers on Bird and Beast to find me. All I could judge which of the two of you translated ancient document more accurately. If TT was here, I might have some backing on going to the meetup spot. Good thing she isn't here. She's not? Where is she then? These two had a bit of a falling out. We don't know where she is. Cause inconvenience? She said that like I was about to mess things up for her. I helped her with all the documents before. She wouldn't faint from all the pressure at the office, right? What was that noise? If you're my cute little jewel construct, then come out like a good kid. No need to freak me out. I'm going to count to 3. If you're not out by then, I'm going to use my arts on you. You've been warned. 1, 2, 3.
It's Mio!
Oh, darn it, it's you again, little cloud beast. Sorry, buddy. Do forgive me. Alright, here's some pats on your head. Please don't get mad. I know you're a bit of a bad-tempered scratcher, but let me explain. I've got a good reason for being a bit jittery today. Do you still remember when we were all at the museum earlier? I got freaked out by a bunch of things suddenly jumping all over the place. And then today I got in another fight with a nun. Please don't be as mad as me as her. You cute little cloud beast, you. Good cloud beast. I know, we're always getting into fights over academic matters, of course. I know that she really wants to publish her research for everyone to see. I also know that it's not easy to get the opportunity to hold a special exhibit like this, so she's being real cautious, and also kinda overstressed. So stressed that in the end she didn't dare press on with her original idea. It's obvious I'm trying to make sure she doesn't give up on the special exhibit, right? Yeti Ketty unconsciously speeds up the cloud beast's petting. As she does, Mio purrs louder and louder. But the girl pays no heed. She is lost in her thoughts, petting and petting and petting and petting. She used to be real quiet in the past. Whenever she was nervous, her arms and legs would flail about. Whenever she'd leave, she'd have to give a speech. Everyone would be snickering at her by the end of it. But even if her voice was overpowered by the laughter, she would persevere and finish her speech. If only I could just rub her ears and give her the courage to persevere in other things. The Yeti Ketty cups the cloud beast's face in her hands and rubs it vigorously as she vents her feelings, without the slightest bit of interest in why the cloud beast is purring so loudly. Suddenly, she feels a warmth in the palm of her hand. Whoa! Was that a hairball? Don't spit it on my sleeve! Huh. A jewel? Mio stole the jewel! The jewel's just being passed around, and this is only the 3rd jewel. We still got 2 more to go! Maybe I could go to the meetup spot alone, but with a monitoring device hidden on me? We could get some private security to lie in ambush nearby. It's far too last minute for that, Pepe. Security companies won't have the manpower on the eve of the Flood Festival. Not to mention you can't negotiate with them in the middle of the night. Well, how about renting an aircraft to support me instead? Such a flying object would be rather suspicious. I could smash the door in with my hammer, give them a good fright. That does seem like it could work. But would that not be damaging a historical building? I guess that would be debatable too, though I'm not sure any building is anywhere near as historical as you. I am rather fond of what the people who came after me have left behind. Good evening, everyone! Oh, you're here too, Pepe. Perfect! Can you all guess what I just ran into on the road earlier? Good timing, TT. We've been discussing something really important and I need your support here. Quick, help me make Pepe see sense.
If this was an opportunity to excavate an important historical site, would you just give up because you were in a bit of danger? You of all people should know that an excavation requires patience. You're just eager to prove yourself against your brother right now. This is all just... Wow, you're really not pulling any punches this time around, Anat. Nobody's going to take a guess. Your clothes are covered in fur. Thank you for indulging me, Zubair Effendi. Correct, I ran into a little cloud beast. At my age, the people believed that cloud beasts were bringers of good fortune. It turns out that in this age, I'm a believer too. It spat out a gemstone full of luck for me. A what? Let me see, please. Hold it. Anat says you agreed to invest in a new exhibition hall in return for her lending you a gem out of the museum collection. Alright, I hear you. I'll make an investment in your name. No, Pepe. I hope you... No, all of you will agree with me on something else. Pepe, Anat, and Zubair Effendi, I think this jewel can grant our wishes. What? What? What leap in logic is that? How'd she end up with that logic? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I guess that is where we're going to end today. We went through like 1, 2, 3 chapters. Went through 3 chapters. We're gonna continue this weekend, continue through the next week, and then probably finish this off by next weekend. Yeah, so far, the story has been pretty fun. I got no notes. It's just been fun. I like it. But that is where we'll be ending it today. It seems like we now have 3 of the gems, but somehow finding all these gems will grant us a certain wish or something? I don't know. I guess TT will have to explain it to us next time. But that will be it for us for now. We'll be continuing reading this weekend along with EX stages. But until then, my name is Nez and thanks for watching. To everyone who stopped by and chat, chilled out, used as a second monitor content, and watched us react to INUDI HAREK, Horakhet, the adventure that cannot wait for the sun. Bye-bye, friendos.